welcome back to Arrakis Central. Please remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. Well, there's been many news reports and speculation and stories going around the internet right now about the next Denis Villeneuve movie, which might possibly be Dune Part 3 or Dune Messiah. Much of this information is coming from articles such as from Deadline, where Warner Brothers and Legendary Films date the next big Denis Villeneuve movie for the holiday season of 2026. They haven't confirmed it yet that it's going to be Dune Part 3, but the rumors are that the studios are pushing for him to get that movie out as soon as possible while the Dune hype is still fresh. At least that is my speculation on that reasoning. Have seen some other articles saying that they're going to throw a little bit more money towards him or his way, which would be smart in his case. As with the lower ratings with the Disney Star Wars shows and movies this last few years dwindling, Star Trek is pretty much a non-franchise at this point, unfortunately. The really only big niche science fiction world out there right now, which is actually having any kind of success, in my opinion, is Dune. And I think Warner Brothers and Legendary is starting to see that and realize that. But going forward with this and Dune Messiah or Dune 3, I'm assuming, since he's done Dune Part 1, Part 2, I'm assuming he's just going to call it Part 3. It's probably going to be based on mostly the Dune Messiah saga, or the book. Some spoilers ahead, so if you don't want any spoilers of that book, you might want to turn the video off now. But there is probably going to be a revival or a revisit of the character Duncan Idaho. I won't say in what form or fashion, but does that mean that we're going to see that character again if he stays true to the book? Well, very possibly, as it is a main character, a big part of the book. We do not know for sure what angle he's going to go with on the script. Is he going to incorporate some of the material from Paul of Dune, which is the Brian Herbert direct sequel of the first Dune book, which has a lot what happens after the next 4 years after the book? Or will it be more in line, set 10, 15 years in the future, like the Dune Messiah book is? It's very hard to say what they're going to do. Since the first movies were condensed timelines, I'm assuming he's going to continue that trend. And depending on how far they jump, and with the age of Anya Taylor-Joy being Aaliyah, it doesn't make much sense. They're going to have to do a time jump, I'm assuming. But it's all up in the air right now. We don't know for sure. And it might not even be that next movie that's coming out. So, because he has stated in the past that he's wanting to do a different film first, then revisit Dune. But, money talks in this day and age. So if enough money's thrown towards his direction, Denis Villeneuve might just go ahead and get that movie, the ball rolling on Dune Part 3, hopefully. And with the Dune Awakening on the horizon, the MMO that's coming out, and then plus the Dune Prophecy show coming out, the studios would be very smart to just get at least 1 or 2 things out a year on Dune right now, whether it be a show or a film, and not to bum rush the market like Disney foolishly has done with subpar materials at that. And if they had one item, one show, then a film, take a year off, then another show, then a film, I don't know, because Denis Villeneuve has stated that this will be his last film that he works on Dune with, and he's going to move on. So the studio, depending on the success of that movie, maybe they'll get another director to come in and do another Dune film, maybe a Dune prequel, one of the Brian Herbert books, perhaps. Maybe a Butlerian Jihad trilogy. I just don't know if the fans that are used to what they're seeing now, with Dune Part 1 and Part 2 being closer to the books, I don't know how they would, react to a more real traditional science fiction setting with AI and robots and capital ships battles and all that kind of thing, like with the Dune Butlerian Jihad books, which they would have to have in it. So, well, let me know what you think in the comments and what you guys think about that. But until then, until more news is out, we will talk to you later.